right, another sketchbook filled. This one is from June 2024 till June 2023, I should say, until Jan 2024. I'm living in the future already. And it's quite a big book, so it took a long time to fill, and I did my summer vacation drawings in a different book, which I think I made a video about. I don't know for sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. I used to love this kind of sketchbook. I have many of them filled. Didn't love it as much this time, but I think I just was not having the most creative 6 months. Had some health issues. I'm okay, just had some health issues that took a lot of my energy, and just trying to keep work life going at the same time. Drawing was not my priority. Anyhow, giving you a quick tour. So when I start the sketchbook, I'm actually in London and the UK for a little bit to meet my friend to go to Royal Ascot and to just hang out in Hackney for a little bit, and where we used to live. Both of my sons were born in London, and I went by myself for almost a week, close to a week, and it was just the most delicious trip. It was so good to take some time to sit and sketch and have coffee by myself and meet some friends, and I just really felt like when I returned, my energy felt really good. I felt really happy, so that was nice. Did some drawings there. This book also has a lot of sort of random sketches of moments that I wanted to remember. This is my son, my youngest, with our cat. Did an online figure drawing session organized by the Henley School of Art. Model was Yuka. Really loved her look. She has a very interesting face, and was able to do a lot of very interesting movements with her body, but I find it quite challenging. I now really like these sketches, but I remember it was quite difficult. And we had a really sad day in our neighborhood where someone who we didn't know decided to take their own lives right in front of our window, basically. So that was intense, and the next day was summer vacation. And the boys fortunately didn't really notice anything, but it was rough. Some moments of a sick kid cutting hair. Yes, so this sketchbook also does have a few drawings that I'm really proud of, even though it didn't feel like my most creative 6 months. I made some steps, I feel like, in pushing my work into a direction where I want it to be going. Sometimes I tend not to do that because I think I won't be able to get the results that I want, and I just get frustrated, and I don't have a lot of time to draw often, so I don't mind excuse me, I don't mind sitting in my comfort zone a little bit, because it is a hobby, it is for fun for me. It's not in any way the way I make my money, but that's not to say that you can't take your creative process seriously, but for me, I do sometimes tend to prioritize just having fun and being comfortable, and it energizing me as a practice rather than pushing myself. But this image was so clear in my mind, and I really wanted to make it, I wanted to push myself, and I wanted to make it come out the way I wanted it to, and it did. So this one's special to me for that reason. It's not based on an observational drawing, it was just something in my mind that I managed to push out. I was sick. And then these are a few where I had a collab with my youngest, where we draw shapes together and then we turn them into little monsters. Quick in-between sketch of my husband and my eldest. And then some collab drawings with my eldest, youngest. Excuse me, it's not the best day to do videos if I'm coughing this much, but hope I didn't make you deaf. Anyway, my mom bought a house last year, vacation home, little cabin in the woods, and she has the most gorgeous trees around, and I drew them. And then we were back at school. So the summer holiday drawings from Cornwall, we had a big trip to Cornwall. Those are in a different sketchbook. I'll check if I I'm pretty sure I did a tour of that. Anyway, if I didn't, I'll do it right after. Those are separate. So this is sort of coming back and going back to school, which it's not always easy. It's really warm too. I did some of these during a heat wave. This one I just stopped. I didn't do it, which for me, to be honest, not finishing a drawing when I've started it in a sketchbook is kind of a big deal for me because I'm really hard on myself. So yay, proud of me for like not being hard on myself. Then we did urban sketching with my friends, which was lovely. I like these drawings too. This one from the same day. Abel, my youngest, turned 5. A new bike. And this is a fun one. This is, I don't even love this drawing specifically, but my eldest, so Jacob, kept telling me about how when he goes to sleep and he has a dream, he's always in the same place, and he has like a house which is on a little floating island which is in the sky, and all of the other places are also on islands, and he can like hop from one to the other. And he's being like very descriptive in how he was talking about it. And I think, to be honest, I think this might be from a TV show that he's seen, or at least been inspired by it. But he was so descriptive that I was like, why don't you draw all the places? And then he did, and he spent quite a lot of time on it. And he was like, let's make a book out of it. So he actually like storyboarded all his story in little thumbnails, and then he spent all day, like he really spent a full day drawing all the drawings, like doing all the coloring, telling me the story, and then I scanned them in for him and typed out the story that he told me to write. And we turned it into this one's my favorite. We turned it into this little booklet, this little zine, which we then sold to our friends and family. I think we only printed 10 or so, but like the grandpas and the grandmas. And his brother Abel did a little comic on the back. So it's a nice collab. He's very proud. He's working on part 2. Love that I get to pass on my love for zines, or at least for like inspire my children to have a love for making stories and like telling stories and drawing them. So that was fun, really proud moment. And I drew a version of, after he first told me about it, I was like, that's inspiring, and I drew a version of it. More drawings on the kids. And the weather was still really good, really October. I think this was the last weekend where it was nice, actually. We went and spent some time at a favorite outdoor cafe. Some life stuff. More, the boys were really into Halloween this year. And we painted the windows with all these little ghosts. Museum visit. Here, so we finished the book in November. Some health issues. Little drawings from November. It rained so much this fall and winter. So much. And then Jacob turned 7. Right before I got COVID again. I don't remember if it was the 3rd or 4th time getting COVID, but it hit me hard this time. I was very, very sick for a week or so. And I've had all my vaccinations and everything, but 'tis back. Some quick drawings from people in front of our house. We have a little park in front of our house, so we see all the dog walkers coming by. And I love drawing them. More life stuff. Then I will show you my best friend, who is an actually talented artist. So if you want to see some actually good art, go and check her out. Her name is Seawhite of Brighton, and she's a painter. It's been for a while, and she makes beautiful work. And she had collaborated with a composer who made beautiful choir music, and Tombow then created this beautiful series of work alongside it. So a series of paintings, and they're absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. So check her out. Definitely, I will link her in the description below. Visit her site, visit her Instagram. She's fantastically talented. So if you like actually good work, check her out. Anyway, we were so proud. Me and another friend of ours came and sort of fed her before the show and hung out, but I could not have been more proud. More drawings of life, then a stab at actually doing a good likeness of my son. It has elements of him. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's spot on, but I recognize some elements of him, like some of his soul is in these drawings. So I don't draw like this ever, but I guess I was inspired by my friend Soa, who makes beautiful paintings and like are actually lifelike. And this is Abel, who also I can now see his nose is not quite right, but I think I did like 4 versions of this and just gave up. Anyhow, Christmas vacation, we practiced skiing, and we're all very hangry and tired, but it was a nice vacation in the end, which we were able to close off with a walk in the forest. We usually go out for a walk to celebrate the new year. It's been raining for like 2 weeks, even over Christmas. It was non-stop rain, which was why we were driving each other crazy. But then we finally were able to go out again at the very end of the vacation, which was fantastic. And also really like the drawings that I did here. Spent quite a lot of time on them. And they're a bit more, I guess I can see the similarities between one that I really liked and I showed you in the beginning. Let me quickly try and grab it. Yes, this way of like making the trees and the foliage really soft and painterly, that's also happening here. And I like the contrast then of having the figures be quite cartoony and round, I suppose. I like that contrast. So this is another one I'm quite happy with. It's a combination of gouache. It's these. I saw someone using them. I guess we're all using the same stuff. Anyway, this gouache is great. And then I use pencils to go over it. Mostly the Luminance pencils, but whatever I find, to be honest, if it's in the right color. Then some drawings from this week, going back to work, and some drawings about this small operation I had. And that's it. And it's full. So thank you for watching. I'm starting a new sketchbook today. I think I'll grab something a bit thinner. I still have 2 different ones, or actually I have a stack of sketchbooks that I can use, but I have either a quite thin moleskin, just one of these. One of these. They're not, like, I sometimes love the feeling of that paper, and I also have an odd orange sketchbook, but and their paper is really lovely. They're beautiful books, but it's a portrait. I think it's a portrait. No, it's a landscape. It's a landscape book, and I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. We'll see. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the sketches in this book. Ciao!